Good morning, everybody. Today I've got a little news update for you guys regarding some news that hit the CN server. Again, CN servers get all of their content about 3 months before global servers do. And for my followers who live under a rock, um, I'm going to go over some of the Reforges that came out. We already have the first set of Reforges, Summer, Bayi, Nox, and Eddie. If you guys haven't seen content featuring these four centers, then look around, it's out there. I've done a lot with Bayi. I have not done anything with Nox or Eddie, and I've shown a little bit of Summer. I use her a lot more off camera than I do on camera. Summer's very good. You can't really go wrong with any of these four. Eddie's a little bit more specific than the others, but they're all really good. But coming very soon, very soon, we have the second set. This is expected to come to global servers in about 2.5 weeks. So Anzo has already announced Millie's event. I forget what it's called. It looks like it's going to be a banger event. I am super excited to play. It's like really fun and festive and like a little seductive. It looks very fun to play. But immediately after that event ends, again, it starts on Tuesday, it lasts for 2 weeks, and then when it ends in 2.5 weeks, we're going to get the second set. And this is not the second set. This is the second set. I apologize. This is the second set. We are looking at 11, Stargazer, and Oak. Summer's here because they had to put a fourth person on the banner, so they just decided on Summer. Oak has some funny one-shot memes. They are really leaning into her sniper abilities. So if you like Oak, hey, congratulations. She turns into a sniper. Stargazer has 2 roles. She's like an okay caster, but her big shining star is that she is a new summon support. She boosts summons like a ton. She's like a Eve replacement. So very good there, especially since we're getting Reforged 11. Reforged 11 is one of the strongest monstrosities Path Noir's ever created, and you guys can look forward to 11 just kind of slamming through stages like you wouldn't believe. Okay, but this is all old news, at least for people who stay up to date with news. In terms of new news, we actually do have, and I've already spoiled it a little bit, we already have our third set of Reforges. This is a very long way away. This is still 3 months out. Okay, so this will be covered in like my next Future of Path Nowhere video. Go check that video out, by the way, if you're interested in the other characters that are coming out, including like the anniversary centers. It covers everything up to December of this year. So keep that in mind. You can find that there. But a few weeks after the anniversary events that we're going to have in November. So again, this comes out in December. It's expected to come out in December, I should say. We have Serpent, Adela, and Rahu. Serpent is leaning a little bit more into like a support role. She amplifies true damage, and she uses her ECB to buff allies. She's a little bit more supportive. She still has her like wave clear, but she's not going to be like the super damage carry that she was like known to be when she first released. Adela is broken, super overpowered, the most ridiculous thing I've seen in Path Nowhere. If you guys are Adela fans, well, congratulations. Reforged Adela is she might just be the strongest in the game, and I haven't played it yet, so I might be exaggerating. I've just seen the footage and read the stats. It's a little silly just how much Reforged Adela does, so be on the lookout for that. Then we have Rahu. Oh my god, I love Rahu. For those of you who have followed me for a while, you know that Rahu is really high up there in terms of my favorites. And if I was able to use her in gameplay more, she would probably be my favorite. But now she is getting a Reforge, and her Reforge is incredible. It's not Adela levels of broken, okay? Adela is really broken. But Rahu is going to get this permanent addition to any physical team, because she's going to have this permanent 40% damage amp that she debuffs the boss, okay? So the boss takes 40% more physical damage, which nerd reasons is really good. That's a really good way to apply the damage buff, okay? By reducing or by increasing the damage they take. It's super complicated when you get into buff stacking and like what works with what, but it's really good. Then on top of that, Rahu is going to be one of the few tanks that can sustain herself. So we've got some tanks. I'm going to use Moore as probably the best example that we currently have. Moore doesn't really require a healer because she's able to stack shields on herself over and over again, and she doesn't need to be healed to stay alive. Well, Rahu's going to be the same way. She's not stacking shields on herself, but she will be healing herself continuously. And you can get away with not bringing a healer for Reforged Rahu because Reforged Rahu will be healing herself. So that's a really cool thing. You've got a huge damage amp source, you've got healing yourself, and then she also wave clears really well. Now, she doesn't have the DPS to like go into Dark Zone and be your primary DPS, okay? She's still an Endura. But her kit is highly specialized in taking out large waves, especially if those waves are attacking her. So if we've got like ranged minions in the mix, Rahu's just going to be spinning like a Beyblade, and she will be killing everything that she spins on. Reforged Rahu hits really hard as far as like, you know, an Endura goes. And it's really incredible to see Rahu taking like a primary position on the meta. Like seriously, like top 5 support Reforged Rahu. So really, really good news there. I'm so excited for my girl. But yeah, I just wanted to share that update with you guys as far as the Reforges go. Hopefully we see Zoya further down the line. Zoya and Kokolik are currently, I mean, Rahu was my #1 request. Not exactly what I would have asked they do with Rahu, but I'm very glad they did what they did with Rahu. I'm very, very impressed, very, very delighted to see those changes to Rahu. I am overjoyed. So hopefully next we see Zoya and Kokolik, but again, we don't have any news. In fact, we don't have any official global announcements for these last 2 yet. We can expect to see them. It's not like, oh, they might not give it to us. They will, right? We've been doing this for 3 years. We followed the same formula for 3 years. We'll see these in 3 months. But yeah, that's the news. Coming up next, I will see you guys on Tuesday for Millie pools, and then I will see you guys like Thursday, Friday for the Millie guide, and somewhere in there is going to be a showcase, bunch of Millie stuff next week because her event comes out Tuesday. So if you guys like Millie, or if you like the Arcane Crit team, Millie is going to be a big part in the Arcane Crit team, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for Millie news. All right, I'll see you guys then. Peace.